Doctors warn senior women. These 8 bathroom habits make older women smell bad. The subtle, often unsettling feeling of wondering if a faint, unwelcome odor might be emanating from oneself is a deeply human experience, one that many women encounter as they navigate the journey of aging. It's a silent concern, sometimes accompanied by a quiet sense of embarrassment, despite countless efforts to maintain impeccable hygiene. This natural curiosity, however, is far from an isolated sentiment. It is a shared aspect of life that deserves open discussion and practical solutions, rather than being a source of quiet anxiety. In this comprehensive exploration, we delve into 8 specific, yet often overlooked bathroom habits that medical professionals and hygiene experts have identified as potentially contributing to body odor in older women, even when diligent steps are taken to uphold cleanliness standards. Our aim is to shed light on these surprising practices, moving beyond superficial notions of hygiene to uncover the deeper physiological and behavioral factors at play. By the end of this journey, you will be equipped with simple, actionable insights and practical adjustments that promise to refresh your daily routine, fostering a renewed sense of confidence, comfort, and a deeper connection with your body's evolving needs. Every woman deserves to embrace life with boldness, grace, and an unwavering sense of well-being, radiating freshness at every stage of life. Before we embark on this enlightening discussion, your engagement and support are deeply valued. If you find this information beneficial and enlightening, a simple acknowledgement would be greatly appreciated, as it helps to ensure that these vital lessons on aging gracefully and healthily continue to reach those who can most benefit. Your active participation enables us to expand this community of informed women, fostering an environment where valuable knowledge is freely shared and readily accessible. We encourage you to become a part of this growing network by subscribing to receive future insights and turning on notifications, ensuring you never miss a moment of wisdom aimed at enhancing your quality of life. Your feedback is also invaluable. It guides the creation of content that truly resonates and serves your needs. The first habit we must address, with a candor born of shared experience, concerns the seemingly innocuous act of using excessive amounts of soap in our most intimate areas. For many years, my personal approach to daily ablutions was driven by a fervent, almost zealous pursuit of what I perceived as ultimate cleanliness. My showers were vigorous rituals involving liberal lathering of highly scented soaps and body washes across every inch of my skin. This diligent scrubbing extended particularly to my intimate regions, where I applied myself with an almost misguided intensity, believing that a more aggressive cleanse equated to a superior level of freshness. The prevailing narrative, reinforced by the abundant presence of floral-scented feminine hygiene products adorning drugstore shelves, firmly cemented this belief. More soap, I reasoned, meant more freshness, more protection, and ultimately a more pristine sensation. Yet, in a revelation that deeply reshaped my understanding of personal hygiene, it became glaringly apparent that this rigorous cleansing routine, undertaken with the best of intentions, was, in fact, counterproductive, doing more harm than good. The stark truth, which neither my mother, my closest confidants, nor even my doctor, until many years later, ever articulated, was that our intimate areas possess an extraordinary, finely tuned system of self-regulation. The vaginal ecosystem is a marvel of biological design, meticulously engineered to maintain a delicate, symbiotic balance of beneficial bacteria, primarily lactobacilli, and a precise acidic pH level. This critical pH range, typically hovering between 3.8 and 4.5, is the cornerstone of its defense mechanism, adeptly warding off infections, preventing irritation, and naturally ensuring an environment that is both healthy and inherently odor-free. This natural biological system functions akin to a masterfully conducted orchestra, where each microbial component plays its unique and essential role in sustaining the overall harmony and integrity of the internal environment. However, when we introduce foreign elements such as harsh, alkaline soaps, heavily fragranced body washes, or even those deceptively marketed, gentle feminine hygiene products, we are in essence disrupting this intricate biological symphony. These products are frequently formulated with an array of chemicals, synthetic fragrances, and alcohols, all of which act as potent disruptors. They ruthlessly strip away the protective layer of beneficial bacteria, thereby elevating the pH level beyond its natural acidic range. This alteration creates an inhospitable environment for the good bacteria and, conversely, a highly favorable breeding ground where pathogenic bacteria or yeasts can rapidly proliferate. The inevitable consequences manifest as a cascade of unwelcome symptoms: persistent and unusual odors, chronic irritation, itching, and a heightened susceptibility to common infections such as bacterial vaginosis, BV, or recurrent yeast infections. Paradoxically, these issues arise not because of a lack of cleanliness, but precisely because of an overzealous and misinformed approach to hygiene that destabilizes the body's innate equilibrium. My personal journey to this understanding was fraught with recurring discomfort and a perplexing cycle of symptoms, leaving me to wonder why my earnest efforts to maintain freshness seemed to consistently backfire. The turning point arrived through a candid and illuminating conversation with my gynecologist, who finally clarified the fundamental principles of intimate hygiene. The core message was profoundly simple. The vagina is a self-cleaning organ, and therefore does not require nor benefit from internal scrubbing or douching. The inner vaginal canal continuously produces a natural mucus discharge, which serves as a highly effective physiological flushing mechanism, naturally expelling dead cells and undesirable bacteria, thereby maintaining internal cleanliness and balance without external intervention. For external regions, specifically the vulva, the simplest and most effective cleanser is typically warm water alone. If there is a perceived need for a cleansing agent, the judicious choice would be a fragrance-free, pH-balanced product, explicitly formulated and gynecologist tested for intimate areas. Even then, its application should be sparing and restricted solely to the external skin, never internally. Products such as feminine wipes, vaginal sprays, or douches, despite their marketing promises of an instant fresh feeling, frequently contain irritants that can lead to dryness, persistent itching, allergic reactions, or even more severely, recurrent infections. My most earnest and well-founded advice, forged through experience and expert guidance, is to wholeheartedly trust and respect your body's extraordinary natural processes. The less you interfere with its intrinsic rhythms and delicate balance, the healthier, more comfortable, and genuinely fresher you will inherently feel. Should you ever notice a persistent, unusual odor, an unfamiliar discharge, or any form of discomfort, the instinct to intensify cleansing with more soap or different products should be resisted. Instead, the prudent course of action is to promptly consult a healthcare provider. A medical professional can accurately diagnose any underlying issues and recommend appropriate, targeted solutions. Your body possesses an inherent wisdom far greater than you might assume. Allow it the freedom and space to perform its sophisticated self-maintenance. Next, let's turn our attention to an item so ubiquitous in our bathrooms that it often escapes conscious consideration: the humble bath towel. Were I to pose the question of its last wash, many might find themselves in a moment of thoughtful pause, perhaps even a slight hesitation. I freely admit that for a significant period I was a prime offender in allowing my bath towels to linger in the bathroom for what now seems an absurdly extended duration. My reasoning at the time was elegantly simple, if profoundly flawed. I emerged from the shower thoroughly clean. Therefore, logic dictated, the towel I used to dry myself must also remain clean, right? This seemingly sound deduction, alas, was spectacularly incorrect. It wasn't until a subtle, yet undeniably persistent, musty scent began to cling to my skin, defying even the most thorough post-shower rinse, that the insidious truth dawned on me. My seemingly innocent towel was, in fact, actively undermining my entire hygiene regimen. The scientific explanation for this phenomenon is remarkably straightforward and utterly compelling. Bath towels, by their very nature, are highly efficient magnets for moisture. Coupled with the inherent warmth and humidity of a typical bathroom environment, especially one with inadequate ventilation, they transform into an ideal breeding ground for an entire ecosystem of microscopic life, bacteria, fungi, and various other microbes. Each time you use a towel to dry your body and then hang it in a steamy, often enclosed bathroom space, you are unwittingly cultivating a flourishing microbial farm. These unseen guests can encompass a range of unwelcome visitors, common skin bacteria, various forms of mold, and even mildew. Not only do these microorganisms produce that unmistakable and deeply unpleasant towel odor, but more critically, they are readily transferred back onto your freshly cleansed skin with each subsequent use. For someone like myself, who, in a misguided pursuit of efficiency and water conservation, would conscientiously reuse the same bath towel for an entire week, this realization was nothing short of a profound wake-up call. My intention had been to be environmentally responsible, yet I was inadvertently and significantly compromising my skin's health and my overall sense of freshness. Dermatological experts and hygiene specialists universally recommend a surprisingly frequent washing schedule for bath towels after every 3 to 4 uses at most, or even more frequently under specific conditions. If you reside in a climate characterized by high humidity, or if your bathroom is hampered by suboptimal air circulation, perhaps lacking windows or featuring a weak, inefficient exhaust fan, the bacterial proliferation can accelerate dramatically. In such instances, it is highly advisable to launder your towels after every 2 uses to effectively keep microbial growth at bay and maintain optimal hygiene. To seamlessly integrate this more frequent washing into your routine and prevent the inconvenience of constantly running out of clean towels, consider adopting a pragmatic towel rotation system. A simple yet effective approach is to maintain an arsenal of at least 3 bath towels. Designate one for immediate use, allow another to air dry thoroughly after its most recent wash, and keep a third clean, folded, and readily available for your next shower. This thoughtful rotation ensures that you are never left reaching for a damp, germ-laden towel, guaranteeing a fresh start every time. Another invaluable professional tip is to ensure that your towel dries completely and expeditiously between uses. Rather than casually bunching it up or draping it over a shower rod where airflow is restricted, make a conscious effort to spread it out fully on a proper towel rack. This maximizes air exposure and dramatically accelerates the drying process. Furthermore, for bathrooms struggling with persistent humidity or poor ventilation, investing in a small, dedicated dehumidifier can be an exceptionally wise decision, significantly reducing ambient moisture and thereby inhibiting microbial growth within the space itself. Since I embrace these seemingly minor yet powerfully impactful adjustments, namely washing my bath towels with consistent regularity and meticulously ensuring their complete drying, the transformation has been remarkable. My skin consistently feels genuinely cleaner. My bathroom now exudes a pervasive sense of freshness, and that telltale musty towel odor has gratifyingly become a relic of the past. It stands as a testament to how a small, easily implemented change can yield a profoundly significant and noticeable payoff in your daily life. We hope these insights resonate with you and prompt beneficial changes. Your continued engagement is a testament to the value of this information, and we are grateful for your time and attention as we continue this exploration of practical hygiene for lasting well-being. Now let's bring into the spotlight a body part that, despite its foundational role in our daily lives, often receives the bare minimum of attention: our feet. Let's be candid. Feet are rarely the centerpiece of glamorous conversation, are they? Tucked away in socks and shoes for the majority of the day, they are frequently relegated to an afterthought in our personal hygiene routines. I can confess without reservation to having once been the reigning monarch of foot neglect. My past shower ritual for my feet was, by any measure, profoundly minimalist. I would simply allow the warm water to cascade over them, perhaps affording them a fleeting, cursory swipe with a soapy washcloth, and then, with a sense of completion, declare them done. The notion of a thorough scrub or the meticulous drying of the delicate skin between my toes seemed entirely superfluous, predicated on the assumption that as long as my feet appeared superficially clean, all was well. However, as the years advanced, a subtle yet unmistakable problem began to emerge, persistently and unignorably. A distinctly sour, unpleasant odor started to emanate from my shoes, an issue that stubbornly persisted even on days when my physical activity had been minimal and sweat production ostensibly low. It was deeply embarrassing, and for a considerable time the origin of this unwelcome scent remained an exasperating mystery. The underlying cause of this common predicament is rooted in the natural physiological changes our skin undergoes as we age. In our younger years, the skin's natural exfoliation process, the efficient shedding of dead skin cells, operates with remarkable swiftness and efficacy. However, as we mature, this cellular turnover gradually decelerates. Consequently, dead skin cells can begin to accumulate more readily on our feet, particularly in areas prone to friction and moisture such as the heels, the soles, and critically, the constricted spaces between the toes. This accumulation provides an abundant, nutrient-rich feast for odor-causing bacteria, creating an ideal microbial buffet. When we further factor in the extraordinary concentration of sweat glands on our feet, boasting over 250,000 active glands, we begin to understand that without a proactive and dedicated approach to foot hygiene, we are essentially setting the stage for persistent and pervasive foot odor. My previous minimalist foot cleaning routine was inadvertently a perfect enabler, allowing dead skin cells and persistent moisture to linger, thereby transforming my feet into a subtle yet potent source of an undesirable aroma. Recognizing this, I have since completely reimagined and revamped my approach to foot care, and the transformation has been truly world-altering. Now, during every single shower, I consciously dedicate a full, unhurried minute to the diligent care of my feet. I employ a soft, clean washcloth and a mild, fragrance-free soap to gently yet thoroughly scrub every surface, paying particular and meticulous attention to the soles, the heels, and most importantly, the often neglected crevices between the toes, precisely where moisture and bacteria notoriously converge and flourish. To assist in the removal of persistent dead skin buildup, I incorporate exfoliating tools such as a pumice stone or a specialized foot file, but I use these judiciously and sparingly, typically once a week, to prevent any potential irritation to the sensitive skin. However, the singular, most impactful change, the true game changer, has been the unwavering commitment to drying my feet meticulously after every wash. Using a fresh, clean towel, I pat them dry with diligent care, ensuring that every single space between each toe is thoroughly devoid of lingering moisture. This critical step effectively eliminates the damp, warm conditions that are so conducive to bacterial and fungal growth. During the warmer months of summer, or when I anticipate wearing closed-toe shoes for extended periods, I further enhance protection by lightly sprinkling a small amount of antifungal foot powder into my socks or shoes. This proactive measure significantly contributes to keeping my feet consistently dry and, crucially, odor-free throughout the day. The dedicated care of our feet transcends the mere banishment of unpleasant odor. It is, at its heart, an act of profound respect for these tireless workhorses that steadfastly carry us through the entirety of our lives. Neglecting them can lead to a host of debilitating issues, ranging from common ailments like athlete's foot and unsightly cracked heels to more serious concerns such as fungal nail infections or even bacterial infections, particularly if underlying health conditions such as diabetes, which significantly impacts foot health, are present. Therefore, ladies, let us collectively commit to affording our feet the profound love and comprehensive attention they so richly merit. A small intentional investment of extra attention during the shower, followed by a meticulous drying routine, and complemented by the occasional well-deserved pampering, perhaps a soothing foot soak or a rich emollient moisturizer, will not only keep your feet perpetually fresh and exquisitely healthy, but also powerfully ready to confidently navigate the world. After all, they are not merely the literal foundation of your physical body, but also an often underestimated cornerstone of your overall confidence and well-being. We truly hope you're finding these lessons valuable as you invest your time with us. Let us now delve into a topic that, upon initial introduction, might elicit a wry smile or even a chuckle, but which, upon closer examination, carries surprisingly weighty and often overlooked implications for our health and the sanctity of our personal spaces. We are speaking, of course, about the seemingly innocuous habit of flushing the toilet with the lid left open. When I first encountered the scientific data surrounding this particular practice, my immediate reaction was one of amused disbelief. It sounded like a quirky anecdote from a fringe science experiment, more suited to late-night comedy than serious hygiene advice. However, the sobering reality, rigorously substantiated by robust scientific research, is anything but humorous. The moment you depress the flush handle on an open toilet, you are, in essence, activating a microscopic yet remarkably potent geyser. This invisible phenomenon is scientifically termed a toilet plume. It involves the vigorous expulsion of incredibly minute, often imperceptible, droplets of water, which are frequently saturated with a veritable cocktail of bacteria, viruses, and other potentially unsavory particulate matter. These aerosolized particles are propelled into the surrounding air at astonishing velocities and can travel with surprising reach. Numerous studies utilizing sophisticated laser light scattering techniques and microbiological assays have conclusively demonstrated that these airborne particles can traverse distances of up to 6 feet or even greater, remaining suspended and viable in the air for durations ranging from several minutes to, in some cases, multiple hours after a single flush. Now pause to contemplate the profound implications of this widespread phenomenon. These minuscule pathogen-laden droplets do not simply dissipate harmlessly into the ether. Instead, they are subject to gravity and air currents, inevitably settling onto virtually every exposed surface within your bathroom environment. Consider your toothbrush sitting innocently in its holder on the counter. It could potentially be coated with an invisible film of these microscopic invaders. Your hairbrush, your freshly laundered bath towel, the various skincare products you meticulously apply to your face and body daily, all become potential recipients of this airborne biological fallout. Furthermore, if you happen to be standing within the immediate vicinity of the toilet during a flush, these aerosolized particles could even alight upon your exposed skin, or, more concerningly, be inadvertently inhaled into your respiratory system, presenting a direct pathway for potential infection. The stakes become considerably higher when one factors in the common practice of employing air fresheners, powerfully scented toilet bowl cleaners, or other chemical-based cleaning products within the toilet bowl. The toilet plume, in these instances, does not merely disseminate biological contaminants. It can also effectively aerosolize and disperse chemical residues, creating a fine, often unnoticeable mist that is not only profoundly unhygienic, but also potentially irritating to the delicate mucous membranes of your respiratory system, particularly for those with sensitivities or respiratory conditions. The overwhelmingly positive news amidst this revelation is that the solution is disarmingly simple, profoundly effective, and entirely within your control. The singular, universally recommended fix is to consistently and always close the toilet lid before initiating the flush cycle. Since consciously integrating this habit into my daily routine, I have observed a tangible and marked improvement in the overall cleanliness and ambient freshness of my bathroom space. It transcends the mere avoidance of a gross-out factor, although that remains a significant and powerful motivator. Closing the lid demonstrably reduces the dispersal and spread of bacteria, viruses, and the subtle, lingering odors that, unbeknownst to us, can gradually accumulate over time, even within a bathroom that otherwise appears immaculately spotless. It is a minor, almost effortless behavioral adjustment that yields remarkably outsized benefits, contributing significantly to ensuring your bathroom remains not merely a functional space, but a true sanctuary of impeccable hygiene and refreshing purity. After all, the hallmark of a truly clean bathroom is precisely that absence, the complete lack of any discernible odors, because the sources of those odors have been effectively contained and eliminated. We are truly appreciative of your sustained interest in these practical insights that can profoundly improve your daily life. Your continued presence signifies the importance of this knowledge. Let's transition to discussing a habit that, in moments of relaxed comfort or simple oversight, many of us, myself undeniably included, have been guilty of at some point in our lives, opting to wear the same pair of underwear to bed that we've worn throughout the day. Picture the scene. The day's demands are winding down. You're enveloped in the comforting embrace of your favorite cozy pajamas, and as you prepare to slip into the welcoming sanctuary of your bed, a fleeting thought might surface. Do I genuinely need to change my underwear right now? I've simply been lounging around, certainly not undertaking any strenuous marathon-like activity. The temptation to remain in the familiar, comfortable pair you've had on since morning can be remarkably strong, particularly if they feel perfectly acceptable. However, it is crucial to recognize that this seemingly benign choice, born of convenience or habit, could be subtly yet significantly undermining your personal hygiene and overall comfort, a consideration that becomes increasingly pertinent and impactful as we gracefully navigate the process of aging. Throughout the entirety of our waking hours, our bodies are engaged in an incessant and natural process of physiological production, generating sweat, oils, and various forms of moisture. This biological reality persists even when we are not actively engaged in physically strenuous activities. These bodily secretions, along with the continuous shedding of dead skin cells and the naturally occurring bacteria that inhabit our skin, steadily accumulate within the fabric of our underwear. When the decision is made to wear the very same pair to bed, you are, in essence, creating a prolonged period, typically several hours, during which all of these accumulated elements are trapped intimately against your skin within a warm, often humid, and enclosed environment. This specific set of conditions constitutes prime real estate and almost ideal incubator for the rapid proliferation of odor-causing bacteria. This situation is exacerbated if your chosen underwear is fashioned from synthetic materials such as nylon, polyester, or spandex. These fabrics, while often lauded for their sleekness or elasticity, are inherently less breathable compared to natural fibers. Their non-porous nature significantly impedes air circulation and traps moisture more effectively. Over time, this consistent trapping of moisture and microbial growth can lead to a cascade of undesirable outcomes. chronic skin irritation, an increased propensity for fungal or yeast infections due to elevated moisture retention, and inevitably the development of distinct and often unpleasant odors that can stubbornly persist well into the morning, affecting your perceived freshness at the start of a new day. So, what constitutes the optimal and health-conscious solution to this common dilemma? Medical doctors and dermatologists, prioritizing skin health and intimate comfort, consistently advocate for the simple yet impactful practice of swapping out your daytime underwear for a fresh, clean pair just before retiring for the night. The ideal choice for nighttime wear would be underwear crafted from 100% cotton or other equally breathable natural fabrics. These materials are intrinsically designed to facilitate superior air circulation and possess excellent moisture-wicking properties, which help to draw moisture away from the skin, promoting a drier, healthier environment. For those who find it comfortable and liberating, an even bolder and often highly beneficial option is to forego underwear entirely during sleep. This practice allows for maximum air exposure to the skin, providing an unparalleled opportunity for the sensitive, intimate areas to breathe, reducing warmth and maintaining optimal dryness. This approach can substantially diminish the risk of irritation, keep sensitive areas significantly drier, and unfailingly promote a sensation of enhanced freshness and comfort upon waking. Since consciously integrating this seemingly minor adjustment into my nightly routine, I have observed a subtle yet undeniably significant improvement in my overall morning experience. It is one of those small, thoughtful, personal practices that surprisingly confers a feeling of quiet luxury and contributes meaningfully to maintaining a sense of being truly at your best, refreshed and confident from the moment you greet the day. Now let us turn our attention to a habit of omission, a small but significant oversight that many of us, myself included, have been for extended periods entirely oblivious to. For a considerable number of years, I operated under the blissful, albeit misinformed, assumption that the maintenance of my bathroom trash bin was a largely straightforward affair requiring minimal consideration. Like countless individuals, I maintained a modest, often lidded, bin conveniently positioned near the toilet, into which I would routinely deposit used tissues, cotton swabs, various personal hygiene products, and an assortment of other small, discarded odds and ends. My prevailing routine was exceedingly simple and seemingly logical. Empty the bin once it appeared full, and then consider the task accomplished. It genuinely never dawned on me, not even for a fleeting moment, that this unassuming receptacle perched quietly in the corner could potentially be functioning as a silent saboteur, gradually undermining the otherwise pristine and meticulously cleaned ambiance of my bathroom. Herein lies the crux of the problem, a subtle yet persistent challenge. Even a small bathroom trash bin, if not managed with a discerning eye, possesses an inherent capacity to transform into a veritable breeding ground for both unwelcome odors and burgeoning colonies of bacteria. Each and every discarded item, regardless of its apparent innocuousness, be it a slightly damp tissue, a used feminine hygiene product, a cotton pad, or a disposable wipe, contributes minuscule but cumulatively significant amounts of moisture and organic material to the bin's interior. When contained within a lidded bin, these elements become effectively trapped, creating an ideal microclimate, a warm, humid, and stagnant environment where bacteria, mold spores, and mildew can not only survive, but actively flourish and multiply with disconcerting rapidity. Over time, this unchecked microbial activity inevitably leads to the development of a faint yet stubbornly persistent musty, sour, or even subtly putrid smell that, despite all diligent efforts to clean surfaces and air out the room, can pervasively permeate your entire bathroom space. The shocking realization for me was discovering that my otherwise impeccably clean bathroom held a subtle, underlying odor that I had, through sheer daily exposure, gradually grown accustomed to, a sensory blind spot, entirely attributable to my neglect of the trash bin. The effective solution to this widespread oversight is, refreshingly, both straightforward and requires remarkably minimal effort to implement. My revised routine now mandates that I make it an absolute point to empty my bathroom bin every few days, irrespective of its perceived fullness. This proactive measure ensures that organic material and moisture are not left to linger and decompose. Furthermore, once a week, I dedicate a short but thorough session to giving the bin itself a rigorous wipe down. This involves using a potent disinfectant spray or, as a more natural alternative, a vinegar-based cleaner to systematically eliminate any lingering bacteria, mold spores, or residual odors that may have adhered to its surfaces. For an additional layer of freshness and odor control, a small amount of baking soda can be sprinkled into the bottom of the clean bin, acting as a natural absorbent, or a few drops of a preferred essential oil can be added to impart a pleasing fragrance and help neutralize any potential smells before they even begin to develop. These seemingly small, almost negligible steps, collectively requiring less than 5 minutes of my time per week, have quite literally transformed the sensory ambience of my bathroom. The space now consistently feels, and indeed smells, genuinely fresher, radiating an undeniable sense of cleanliness. I have even noticed that guests frequently comment on how inviting and impeccably clean the bathroom feels, a testament to the effectiveness of these minor adjustments. A well-maintained bathroom bin, while seemingly a trivial detail in the grand scheme of home care, is in fact an absolute game changer for cultivating a truly hygienic, pleasant, and consistently fresh environment that contributes positively to overall well-being. Your continued presence and interest in these valuable insights are deeply appreciated, reinforcing the importance of sharing practical knowledge for everyday improvements. Now, allow me to paint a familiar picture, one that many of us cherish as a moment of pure comfort and relaxation. You've just emerged from a wonderfully luxurious, steamy shower, your skin tingling with that exquisitely clean, almost squeaky fresh sensation. The world, for a brief moment, feels perfectly aligned and right. With a contented sigh, you reach for your beloved, trusty bathrobe, hanging faithfully in its designated spot, and envelop yourself in its soft, plush, and familiar embrace. It feels akin to receiving a warm, comforting hug from an old, dear friend, reassuring, intimately familiar, and utterly cozy. But here's the crucial question, one that has the potential to gently yet firmly bring you to a thoughtful pause. When precisely was the last occasion you laundered that cherished bathrobe? If your answer mirrors my past self, it might be a somewhat sheepish, "Oh, I honestly can't quite recall." Bathrobes possess a peculiar and deceptive quality. They have an uncanny knack for fooling us into believing they are perpetually clean. Our reasoning often follows a comforting yet flawed logic. We only don them after we've meticulously scrubbed ourselves spotless in the shower. Surely a garment worn exclusively post-shower cannot possibly be harboring anything untoward or unsavory, can it? This, regrettably, is where our intuition can lead us astray. The stark truth is, simply put, wrong. Let's meticulously break down the mechanics of this oversight. Immediately following a shower, your skin retains a considerable amount of dampness, and as you wrap yourself in your bathrobe, that moisture is inevitably transferred directly and liberally to the fabric's fibers. If the robe is not subsequently hung properly to facilitate comprehensive drying, for instance, if it's casually crumpled on a hook in a poorly ventilated bathroom, perhaps shoved behind a door or left in a damp pile, that trapped moisture creates a truly ideal warm and humid environment for trouble to brew. Within these damp fibers, an opportunistic ecosystem of bacteria, mold, and mildew begins to thrive and multiply, steadily transforming your once cozy robe into a veritable petri dish teeming with unwanted microscopic guests. While you might not immediately discern the presence of these microbial residents, over a relatively short period, that bathrobe can gradually develop a distinct, faint, yet unmistakably musty odor. Have you ever experienced that perplexing sensation of catching a whiff of something subtly off on your skin, even after having just undergone a thorough and invigorating shower? You might instinctively attribute the lingering scent to your soap, your deodorant, or even your natural body chemistry. However, the true culprit, the silent saboteur, could very well be that unwashed, damp bathrobe. This undesirable smell, born of microbial activity, tenaciously clings to your freshly cleansed skin, thereby insidiously undermining all the dedicated effort you've invested in your personal hygiene routine. It's a subtle form of betrayal, an invisible compromise to your freshness, but one that is, thankfully, remarkably easy to rectify once you possess the knowledge of what truly needs to be done. Here's precisely how I confronted this pervasive problem, and the subsequent transformation has been truly profound, making an unequivocal world of difference in my daily life. My first and foundational commitment was to regularly wash my bathrobe, establishing a strict schedule of weekly laundering with absolutely no exceptions. To render this more practical and seamless within my routine, I proactively invested in a second bathrobe, enabling a convenient rotation between the two. This strategic approach ensures that one robe is always immaculately clean, fully dry, and ready for use, while the other is either in the laundry cycle or meticulously air drying after its wash. When it comes to hanging my robe after use, I now scrupulously select a location that offers abundant airflow, such as an open towel rack or a well-ventilated section of the bathroom, rather than permitting it to languish, damp, and forgotten in a constricted or poorly aerated corner. A bathrobe that is permitted to dry completely and expeditiously between uses is dramatically less likely to harbor undesirable bacteria or to develop that characteristic telltale musty scent. The gratifying outcome of these considered changes is that my bathrobe now consistently smells like freshly laundered fabric, crisp, impeccably clean, and genuinely inviting, rather than redolent of the forgotten depths of a closet. It is undeniably a small adjustment, but one that undeniably elevates the entire post-shower experience. You will feel an authentic sense of profound cleanliness, enveloped in a robe that is every bit as fresh and pristine as you are. Trust me implicitly on this. Once you embrace this simple switch, you will never, ever revert to the days of the "I'll wash it eventually" bathrobe. Your continued attention to these valuable insights is greatly appreciated, and we are thankful for your ongoing interest in enhancing your daily comfort and hygiene. This final hygiene insight, perhaps more than any of the preceding points, truly caught me off guard, and I'm quite confident it holds the potential to surprise many of you as well. For the vast majority of my adult life, and like countless others, I held the firm belief that the act of shaving my underarms was a definitive, one-way ticket to achieving cleaner, inherently fresher armpits. The logic seemed irrefutable. By physically removing hair, one effectively reduces the surface area available for sweat, natural oils, and consequently odor-causing bacteria to cling to, thereby ensuring a more hygienic outcome, right? In theory, this premise holds a certain validity. However, there exists a critically important, yet frequently overlooked detail in this equation, a nuance that can either make or decisively break your entire underarm hygiene regimen. When you engage in the act of shaving your underarms, you are not merely performing a simple haircut. The razor blade, in its glide across the skin, simultaneously functions as a remarkably effective, albeit aggressive, exfoliant. It meticulously scrapes away not only the visible hair, but also a significant accumulation of dead skin cells, any residual deodorant or antiperspirant product that has built up, and even a portion of the bacteria that naturally inhabit the surface of your skin. On the surface, this sounds like an unequivocally positive action, a thorough cleansing, doesn't it? Here, however, is the crucial catch, the pivotal point of oversight. All of that debris, the newly dislodged dead skin, the lingering deodorant residue, and the stirred-up, displaced bacteria, does not simply vanish into thin air or miraculously disappear. A significant portion of it can remain stubbornly adhered to your skin, lurking within the freshly exposed and sensitive shaved area, unless you proactively undertake an additional deliberate step to thoroughly clean and rinse it away. If this accumulated buildup is left behind, it rapidly transforms into an ideal, warm, and nutrient-rich breeding ground for odor-producing microbes, effectively undoing all the potential benefits of shaving and, paradoxically, potentially causing you to smell worse than you did before initiating the shave. Dermatologists and leading hygiene experts consistently underscore that the underarm region is physiologically one of the human body's most active and bacteria-rich zones. The inherent warmth and persistent moisture of this area create an environment that is, for microbes, akin to a five-star resort, perfect conditions for rapid proliferation. And while shaving can indeed be a helpful practice for reducing the overall surface area for odor to cling to, it also, by its very nature, stirs up and mobilizes existing skin flora and debris. If this dislodged material is not subsequently removed with proper cleaning, the beneficial impact of shaving can be nullified or even reversed. So, what is the effective and practical solution to this nuanced challenge? It is, surprisingly, far simpler than you might imagine, yet it undeniably necessitates a mindful and consistent addition to your established personal hygiene routine. After you have completed the shaving process, dedicate a moment to gently rinse your underarms thoroughly with warm water. This initial rinse helps to loosen and wash away the bulk of the debris. Follow this by using a soft, immaculately clean washcloth to lightly and carefully wipe the entire underarm area. It is imperative to avoid any aggressive scrubbing motions, as freshly shaved skin is particularly sensitive and susceptible to irritation. This gentle yet deliberate cleansing action is designed to effectively remove all the dead skin, the dislodged bacteria, and any lingering deodorant residue that the shaving process has left behind, thereby providing you with a truly clean, refreshed, and unburdened canvas. Once you have meticulously rinsed and gently cleansed the area, pat your underarms completely dry with a fresh, clean towel. Then, allow your skin a brief moment to breathe and fully air out before proceeding to apply your chosen deodorant or antiperspirant. Personally, I find it beneficial to use this brief interval to attend to other aspects of my morning skincare regimen, perhaps cleansing my face, applying toner, or moisturizing, while my underarms are allowed those crucial few minutes to air out and dry completely. This seemingly minor, easily integrated step has proven to be an absolute game changer in my personal hygiene. My underarms now feel noticeably fresher, and that invigorating sensation of cleanliness endures for significantly longer throughout the day. The persistent, subtle, lingering odor that I occasionally used to detect even shortly after shaving has, to my immense relief, entirely vanished, replaced instead by a profound sense of confidence that stems from knowing I have meticulously addressed every conceivable angle of my personal hygiene routine. By thoughtfully adding this quick post-shave cleanse to your regular habits, you will undoubtedly unlock a level of freshness and confidence you might not have realized you were even missing. It is a minimal effort that yields a truly substantial and gratifying payoff in your daily life. Your sustained commitment to improving your well-being through these insights is deeply appreciated and truly valuable.